The Egyptian Gods, Part 2. The Sky Gods and the Solar Cycle. From the moment creation began, the universe was fragile. The forces of chaos lingered in the waters of Nun, and only the gods could maintain balance. Atum, the first creator, brought forth two children who would forever shape the world. Shu and Tefnut. Shu and Tefnut, the breath of life and the moisture of the world. Shu, the god of air, stretched his arms wide, separating the heavens from the earth. He was the invisible breath, the life-giving atmosphere between sky and land. His twin sister and consort, Tefnut, was the goddess of moisture, the morning dew, the nourishing rains, the humidity in the air. Together, Shu and Tefnut gave structure to the cosmos. Without them, there could be no space for life. They were the balance between dryness and dampness, between emptiness and fertility. Nut and Geb, the sky and the earth. From Shu and Tefnut came two more children. Nut, the goddess of the sky, and Geb, the god of the earth. Nut was the great celestial dome, her body stretching across the heavens, her arms and legs touching the horizon. Every night she swallowed the sun, and every morning she gave birth to it again. The Egyptians painted her body with stars. She was the eternal mother of the cosmos. Beneath her lay Geb, the earth god, his body green with vegetation and brown with soil. From him came mountains, valleys, and fertile plains. His laughter caused earthquakes. His body sustained the crops that fed Egypt. But Nut and Geb were deeply in love, so much so that they clung to one another, sky and earth pressed together, leaving no room for creation. It was Shu, their father, who was forced to pry them apart. He lifted Nut high above, stretching her across the heavens, and pressed Geb down to form the land. Thus the world as the Egyptians knew it was born. The sky above, the earth below, and the space of air in between. The children of Nut and Geb. Nut and Geb gave birth to some of the most important gods of Egypt's pantheon: Osiris, Isis, Seth, and Nephthys. Each of these deities would dominate Egypt's myths of life, death, and resurrection. But their story belongs to the next part of our journey. For now, let's stay in the sky, where the cycle of the sun became the heartbeat of the cosmos. Ra, the sun god in his many forms. We have already met Ra, the blazing sun god, but the Egyptians did not see the sun as one single being. Instead, Ra had many forms, each representing a phase of the sun's eternal journey. At dawn, he was Khepri, the scarab beetle who pushed the sun across the horizon, symbolizing rebirth. At noon, he was Ra, the radiant sun at the height of its power, sailing triumphantly across the sky in his solar bark. At sunset, he was Atum Ra, the aging sun god, descending into the underworld. Each night, Ra journeyed through the dangerous realm of the Duat, the underworld, where he battled serpents and demons, especially the great chaos serpent Apep, Apophis. If Ra failed, the sun would never rise again. But with the help of other gods, he triumphed each night, ensuring the eternal rhythm of day and night. Hathor, the Golden One. Among the sky deities was also Hathor, one of Egypt's most beloved goddesses. She was the goddess of love, joy, music, and motherhood, but also of the sky and the sun. Hathor was often depicted as a cow, or a woman with cow horns cradling the solar disk. She was the Golden One, the Eye of Ra, and in some myths, the daughter of Ra himself. When Ra grew weary of humanity's disobedience, he unleashed Hathor in her fearsome form as Sekhmet, a lion-headed goddess of war and vengeance. She slaughtered mankind until Ra, horrified by the bloodshed, tricked her into drinking red beer instead of blood. She grew drunk, calmed down, and transformed back into Hathor, the gentle goddess of love. Hathor thus embodied both sides of divine power, nurturing beauty and terrifying destruction. Horus, the falcon of the sky. No story of the sky would be complete without Horus, the falcon god. Soaring high above, his right eye was the sun, his left eye the moon, and his wings stretched across the heavens. Horus represented kingship, vision, and divine order. There were many forms of Horus: Horus the elder, the sky god; Horus the child, Harpocrates, symbol of rebirth; and Horus the avenger, son of Isis and Osiris, destined to battle his uncle Seth for the throne of Egypt. Every pharaoh was seen as the living embodiment of Horus, chosen to rule on earth. The eternal sky. These gods of the heavens, Shu, Tefnut, Nut, Geb, Ra, Hathor, and Horus, gave Egypt its cosmic structure. They explained why the sky arched above, why the earth was fertile, why the sun rose and set, and why kings ruled as they did. The Egyptians looked up at the stars, the sun, and the moon, and saw not distant objects, but divine beings living out eternal dramas that mirrored life on earth. But beneath the heavens lay another realm, darker, more secretive, and far more dangerous. It was the kingdom of the dead, ruled by gods who weighed the fate of every soul. And that is where we will go next. The gods of earth, fertility, and the underworld.